that the person, you're not going to treat them a strange way. You're not going to show them like you drink water, then I drink wine. No, it's that like you're telling them, let's go to this path, and then they follow you because you are an example, being an example. But again, the third one, they try to make some things something like a feasible thing, where either you act in terms of dramas to elaborate or illustrate points. Like for example, there was a time we do a campaign for HIV and AIDS awareness, and then we bring people and you play a drama on how it is spreads. Then you show people that. Now, when it comes to the gospel, we try to bring up something like a show where you align some brothers and sisters in Christ to show that Jesus Christ loved us so much, and then He died for us, and there's something that He wants us to do so that we get saved. But again, to show that there is a judgment that comes. And so when you put the drama, you put into three stages, like the love that that God had for the world, and what the church is supposed to do, and then also the reward that comes. That even for those who do not obey the gospel, there is something that waits for them at the end of the corner, that they are going to perish if they are not going to be remain faithful. There is a judgment that waits. Like for example, you and I must have preached the gospel that 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 will for them to obey the gospel and to listen, because see, in the book of First Thessalonians, it it shows the point that there is a punishment that comes to those who do not listen, and those who do not know, and those who do not obey. And so so you try to put up like in a visual form. And what I do at the moment for that's for people who do not know how to speak or read the Bible. But now for people who are able to read the Bible, like you and I, when I go to villages where people read, then it makes my work very easy, because I make up something like a flyer, make up flyers, and then also do some recordings of some sermons, and then you print several copies, and then you give to people, you distribute to them. Now, when they go read the verses, the Bible verses, then you have a contact where they can still reach via SMS or WhatsApp, or even give you a call for a Bible class if they're interested in the Bible. But again, for there are those again, you have a recording where someone uses a smartphone or just a small phone, then they put that kind of a recording in audio, and so they'll be able to listen most of their times, and they can really understand what you are trying to talk about, and again they can make calls, and so that makes it easy for you to make up a follow-up of the same. So those are some of the strategies that I've been using for the past few years.
Yeah, those are good, man. I like them. So we always got to start with faith. You got to believe in God, because you can't help others if you don't believe. And then being kind and understanding the problems of people, making sure that you are humble. And then I like the awareness. Show people like if they don't understand it when you're maybe reading it, then showing them a way to show them like you're doing about the gospel in a visual way is very cool. I like that a lot. So what's another story that you have for us? Do you have another evangelism story?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to hear you clearly, because it appears like my sound is down from my end. I don't know what happened,
That's
but
okay. I'll do
I
it.
can
I'll
hear
do
you.
it. I'll do it. I'll do it one more time. So that was awesome, Nathan. So you got to have faith in God. You have to be kind to people and humble, and you understand where they're coming from. And then also you said like a show, like being able to demonstrate to them maybe in a visual way what Jesus has done is a really awesome idea. So what do you have another story for us?
Yeah, I do have another story. This is another time we went out for a mission trip. This time I had uh, I had four brothers from our area. No, when I say our area, I mean from Kenya. Then we have this old guy from America. And so when we went, we were driving on an old Land Rover. You know what they call a Land Rover 109. So you have that kind of Land Rover 109 where someone will use that to carry water, containers of water or sand or something for their works. And so we had to hire this guy, like, bro, you need to take us to this area for evangelism. I had to pay the guy. It was raining, and so you won't down on the way, slippery, but again, finally we arrived safely. When we went there, there was this kind of a widow who actually acted as our host. He hosted us, and then he had a small house where you have a roof just straight. It's not something that stands up, just goes that way. And there was no bed in the house. So what we do, they bring in a skin, and then they put a skin on the floor. You know how we make our beddings is when they slaughter a cow, they make the skin to look smooth, and then they put in the bed. So since there was no bed, this lady brought and there were no chairs. So he brought this kind of a skin, put it in the floor, and the floor was not cemented, so it was dust, and then we have the skin. Now the six of us, me, the four guys, and the one old man from America, will sit down, and then we removed our shoes, and we are sitting. Then all of a sudden, food was served, and one of our guys was very tired, but this guy will talk. Even when he was sleeping, he will still make some stories, and you think like this guy is awake. So when food was brought, it was dark, and guys were talking, and all of us were seated just on the skin. So food was served, and then the women were passing the plates like this. So there was this guy who he just lands on the hand, and then by surprise he jumped like this. So the plate went down, and then it went down. Then just started burning the guy, and then all of us were ashamed because we were new guys. Like, this guy has really messed us up. And then we tried just to harmonize, like, no worry. So the women decide, like, this guy must have. Now it came a time when we went to sleep. Now we were sleeping the same use of men now, especially in Africa, where you have a problem with water, you have a problem with soap, and you have a problem with the shoes themselves. So people remove their shoes, and the shoes were smelly. And then
You've been listening to Be Brave. The world right now is a crazy place, and sharing the love of God is the most important thing we can do right now. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit up gobebrave.org. Remember, the love of God is the most powerful force in the universe. Learn how to love like Jesus. See you next time.